So here's what's gonna happen. By the way, welcome to all of you. Bienvenidos a todos. I want to tell you real quick, okay? If you are new to the show, what we typically do on this show is I have a theme, and depending on that theme, then I pick some poems related to that theme, and then I share stories, show you how I connect with these poems, and then you do the same. Let me know what you guys think about some of these poems, and then that's it. And then we kind of like have a little fun with some of these poems and thought processes and messages. One thing is certain though, okay? Every single show that we do on this podcast is always wholesome. All right. So I have a young teenage boy, and I'm never going to produce content that is going to make me not show him, right? Like the way I always phrase it, and all my followers know at this point, if kids can't listen to it, then we adults shouldn't either. So why are we producing it? Why are we even watching it? If you're not letting your kids watch it, then you probably shouldn't either, honestly. And that's the same philosophy that I have for my own child. Why would I produce content that's something that I don't want him to watch? So, with that being said, this is a place for wholesomeness. This is a place to edify your heart, strengthen your mind, and relay some wonderful positive messages. So whatever ideology you adhere to, whatever background you're coming from, whatever age group, whatever gender you are, I want you to feel welcome, and I want you to also be challenged, okay? I want you to be challenged, because here's the great thing about perspectives. They're meant to provoke dialogue, and dialogue is a great way for innovation, expanding, right? Like growing in wisdom. Wisdom doesn't come in a sort of like neat package. It happens in complexities, in scenarios where there's arguments. And yes, there is such a thing as a healthy argument. All right? When it gets unhealthy is when you start having like a lot of ad hominems or ad hearings, right? Like things that are attacking the character. So that's not an argument anymore, right? Somebody lost their chain of thought and really don't have anything else productive to say. So that's when they go and start shooting somebody's like character, right? And when I say shooting, I mean like actual verbal, okay? That's what I mean, metaphorically speaking. But there's also such a thing as healthy dialogue. So that's why I love poetry, because it is, especially the good ones, okay? Because there's some bad poems out there, okay? Even I'll admit that. But all the good ones always provoke a perspective that maybe you didn't think of before. Maybe you're not a fan of certain situations in life. Maybe you're not shall we say, you don't like traditional views of relationships, but maybe this poem will offer you a different way of appreciating them, why they're valued, why they're necessary. Okay, yes, we live 2023, but that doesn't mean that we can't hold on to some dear-hearted chivalry, things that are just so based on genuineness, like kindness, right? So here's a little example, okay? And this actually happened really recently. So I invited a friend, and I was getting to know her, and it seemed like she was interested in me, so I invited her to a nice little place. And if you would have asked me to do something like this like 5 years ago, I'd be like, no way, because I just like, I wanted to be wiser with my money. But at this stage and this part of my career, like, I can do it, so it's really not a problem. And plus I wanted to enjoy myself anyway, so even if it didn't work out, like, I'd still like be so thankful for the experience, right? Being at a really nice place, and just this scenario was really cool, so I enjoyed it no matter what. Anyway, so great conversation, great place, great ambience, great lighting, soft music, great food, by the way, and just really nice night, and the conversations were good, just everything was going nice. And sort of towards the end, I could tell, like, okay, it seems like there's not really a vibe between us, right? Like, the chemistry is not like the greatest, right? And so then comes the bill, and then it's like, she starts taking out her wallet, right? And was gonna pay for probably half of it, I think. And I was just thinking, you know what, I'll just do it, right? Like, right, I know she's not my girlfriend or whatever, so I didn't feel responsible for doing it, that's for sure, okay? I want to make that clear. There's no way I felt responsible for it. But at the same time, I just wanted to do it because, hey, it's a nice chivalrous thing to do, right? And I can do it and I can afford it, so it's really not a big deal. But there is some little thing in my pride, right? That's like saying, hey, bro, man, come on, man. Like, seriously, you didn't have to do that. But all that to say, guys, is that there is such a thing as like a genuine traditional chivalry, right? And, no matter what people say, there is something very genuine about it, very critical about it, very essential about it, and very important about it. Something that I want my own son to learn from, right? This doesn't mean that you just give, recklessly and, unwisely, like these situations where you just waste your finances in certain scenarios. Of course not, right? You have to use discernment. Again, my discernment here was that there was no way I would be able to do this like 5 years ago. The situation was different, and I just couldn't, and I really didn't want to also. Again, I was a very different guy back then, but now it's different, and, I do it with pleasure, and it's fine, it's not a really big deal. And again, I knew fully well what I was doing, and I, wanted to experience the venue because I've never been there before, and I've always like crossed it like so many times when I used to live in that place, and so in that city, I mean, and so it was a treat for me, really, like I know that sounds a little selfish, but I promise you it wasn't. But it was a nice little scenario. All that to say, guys, poetry is here to teach us something. So why don't you learn something from it? And so tonight, I want to know what poems that's deep in your heart, that's on your mind, something you want me to read tonight. And so don't put it just yet. Don't request it just yet. I'm going to start us off with a poem that I've read several times, but I haven't read it in quite a while, I feel. And I'm going to read it in English, and then I'm going to read it in Spanish. And ironically, it's written by a Persian. And I'm not quite there yet to read Persian yet, but I promise you, if there's any Persian friends that are listening to this, I will honor your language one day, and I will do it as authentic as possible. I promise you. That is absolutely a goal of mine. I want to learn 2 more languages pretty solid, right? One of them is Persian, the other one is German. And I want to like just make it so authentic that I'm going to have both cultures be like scratching themselves. It's like, oh man. Okay, so you guys ready? By the way, I think somebody asking me something here. By the way, where's my moderators? Lisa, are you here? My moderators, guys. If anybody wants to volunteer being a moderator, I would absolutely value your moderation, because sometimes in the lives, people ask questions, and I genuinely I'm so immersed in these readings that I genuinely don't read them because I'm immersed in the reading. So therefore, I miss your questions. And so those of you who are into this live, I want you to know it's not because I ignore you or just don't care about interacting with you. You guys know, one of the cool things about this show is that I do get immersed. I absolutely love doing this. I want you guys to know that, okay? I do this because it's pure passion for me. It really is. Yes, it's nice to get gifts and things like that, and I appreciate you guys that have been supporting the show, by the way. It is very helpful, okay? All this stuff that you see back here, this, and all of the wiring, you can't see the wiring, but is all made possible by my wonderful donators of the Jay Roldan Speaks podcast. And again, if you are not familiar already, I want you to go to Spotify after this show, and I want you to support me there. I want you to go there, follow me there, and you'll get notified whenever I post new podcasts. And there's gonna be one posted tomorrow morning, by the way, and it's such a good one, by the way. It's episode 129, and I can't wait for you guys to listen to that one. It's so good. Anyway, all that to say, guys, that I need some moderators to tell me if I missed a question. That way, in between my readings, one of my moderators can tell me what that question was, and then I'll be glad to answer them, okay? So, again, all my moderators, please let me know if I miss a question tonight. This is Request Line Sunday, so I want this to be as welcoming to you as much as possible. Y si ustedes quieren preguntar, para aquellos que hablan castellano, por favor, quiero que ustedes también pregunten lo que quieren preguntar. Y bueno, como ustedes ya saben, muchas veces me pierdo mucho en cuando leo los poemas. Así que no es porque lo estoy ignorándolos o no sé, no quiero que ustedes sepan, no quiero que ustedes creen que le estoy ignorando, nada así. Así que solamente estoy tan enfocado en leer la poema que me pierdo en la poema, estoy sumergido en mucho sentido. Así que por favor, no se urgen mucho, no se enojen, lo hago por la pasión de leer poemas. Así que por favor, pregunten esas preguntas, y si no lo veo la primera vez, pregúntenlo de nuevo, y si no lo veo la segunda vez, pregúntenlo la tercera vez. Así que sería un placer responder sus preguntas esta noche. Así que vamos a seguir esta noche con el domingo. Los domingos siempre leo poemas de lo que ustedes quieren, así que por favor, en unos minutitos les voy a pedir que que pongan el comentario abajito donde el título del poema y el poeta, por favor. Sería genial, ¿cierto? Alright guys, let's settle down now, and as it is per tradition here, I'm going to start us off with a poem of my choice first. I'm going to read the English version, and then I'm going to read the Spanish version, say a few things, and then we'll open up tonight for your requests. Alright? So if you don't have the title of the poem ready, this is your chance to go ahead and find it. And then after I read my poem, then you guys can put in the comments what poem you want to read tonight. Alright? So if there's any moderators tonight here, I would love for you guys to help me out, because I may miss a few of the requests. So if you would be so kind to simply remind me which poems were requested tonight. All right guys, I'm gonna switch some track here and get ready to make tonight a very special night. Again, thank you so much for being here. This is the J Roll That Speaks podcast, and we're about to start with our first poem tonight by Rabindranath Tagore. And this is the English version, Unending Love, followed by the Spanish version. Are you guys ready? All right, let's do this. I seemed to have loved you in numberless forms, numberless times, in life after life, in age after age, forever. My spellbound heart has made and remade the necklace of songs that you take as a gift. And wear around your neck in your life after life, and age after age, forever. And whenever I hear old chronicles of love, its age-old pain, its ancient tale of being apart or together, as I stare on and on into the past, in the end, you emerge. Clad in the night of a pole star piercing the darkest of time, you become an image of what is remembered forever. And you and I have floated here on the stream that brings from the fount, and at the heart of time, love one another, one for another. And we have played alongside millions of lovers and shared in the same shy sweetness of meeting and the same distrustful tears of farewell. Old love, but in shapes that renew and renew forever. And today, it is heaped at your feet, and it has found its end in you, in the love of all men's days, both past and forever. Universal joy, universal sorrow, universal life, and the memories of all loves merging with this one love of ours, and the songs of every poet, past and forever. Unending love. By Rabindranath Tagore. Alright, you guys ready for the Spanish version now? I want you to listen to the Spanish version. I actually really love how it sounds in Spanish. And by the way, this is a Persian poem. I'll explain that later, but listen to this. ¿Están listos? Todos aquellos, prepárense por un poema súper, súper tierno. Eso se titula Amor Eterno. Aquí vamos. Te amé de tantas maneras. Y de tantas formas. En época, siempre. Y mi corazón hechizado hizo una y otra vez un collar de canciones que tomaste como un regalo y gozaste alrededor de tu cuello, a tu modo y de tantas formas. De vida en vida, de época en época, siempre. Donde quiera que escucho las viejas historias de amor, ese viejo cuento de estar juntos o separados, me detengo y una y otra vez miro al pasado y al final de todo emerges tú. Revestida con la luz de una estrella polar, traspasando la oscuridad del tiempo, y te conviertes en una imagen que recordaré por siempre. Tú y yo flotamos aquí, en la corriente de un corazón lleno de amor, de uno por el otro. Jugamos al amor al lado de millones de amantes. Hemos compartido la tímida dulzura del primer encuentro. Y las mismas lágrimas de angustia en cada despedida. El viejo amor, el que se renueva una y otra vez, siempre. Y hoy, este amor está en tus pies. Encontró su morada en ti. Ese amor, el amor cotidiano de todos los hombres, el amor del pasado, el amor de siempre, el regocijo universal, la pena universal y la vida misma, en la memoria de todos los hombres, las canciones de todos los poetas del pasado y de siempre se funden en este amor. Que es el nuestro. El título de ese poema se llama Amor Eterno, por el persio Rabindranath Tagore. Qué bonito, ¿no? Qué bonito. Personalmente, y sé que va a sonar un poquito favorizado, pero realmente creo que la traducción en español es un poco mejor que el inglés. En serio. Por lo menos yo lo encuentro así muy natural. Así que bueno, no hay muchos poemas que voy a admitir eso. Pero realmente este poema en español es sumamente mejor que el inglés. Pero lo importante es el mensaje, ¿cierto? El amor eterno. El amor eterno que sobrepasa todos los obstáculos, ¿cierto? El engaño, el daño, la soledad. Los errores. las inquietudes. Saben, cuando tú amas a una mujer, con un corazón que fue disciplinado y formado por el Rey de Reyes, ese tipo de amor es un amor eterno, porque tú ya sabes cómo Dios te ama a ti, y Dios jamás te va a abandonar cuando tú le des tu corazón a Él. Jamás te va a abandonar. Y cuando tú cometes un error, Dios te perdona si tú lo pides, si tú lo confiesas. Ese amor es un amor de dulzura, un amor de paciencia, un amor de gracia. Ese amor es lo que las parejas necesitamos hoy en día. Yo sé que va a ser difícil aprender, pero no es imposible. No es imposible, gracias a Dios. All right, everybody. Did you enjoy that? I was telling my Spanish speakers that there's few poems that I'll admit that when you translate a poem from Farsi, right? From Farsi, there's not too many Spanish poems that sound so much better than the English version. Of course, it would be much better in Farsi itself, right? It would sound so much better. And someday I'll do that, by the way. But between the English and the Spanish version, I personally think that the Spanish version sounds so natural. It sounds so natural to me. Like I was like I could feel the pauses and the rhythm of it, you know? In the English one, I felt like it had to be a little bit more rough, right? Like a little bit more rough cuts, if you know what I mean. But the Spanish one just felt really, really like natural, you know? I love it. It's so good. Anyway, that's my poem for tonight, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now let's open up the floodgates, y'all. All right, what are your requests? Let's go, guys. Let's do this because I gotta go to bed early. We got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Okay. So, if you want Nathaniel or Seamus to come out, then you need to make sure you pick the appropriate poems, by the way. Again, if anybody here knows a different language, please, I need you to request it in its original language, okay? Seriously, I would love to do it. I can't do every language, just so you know. But if you speak French, Italian, obviously English and Spanish, and Portuguese. Português. Estou muito enamorado del português. All right, so let's see what we have. Let's see. ¿Cuál es mi país natal? Tailandia. De verdad. Tailandia. A ver, ¿cuál? Let me see, what's the, oh man, I just did a really bad speech impediment here that I was trying to get rid of. Alright, did I miss? Whoa. Yeah, I missed a bunch, guys. One second. Somebody requested If You Forget Me by Neruda, right? Somebody requested that? Yes. Sorry, I was just adjusting something here. Okay, we have that. Are we gonna do that one in Spanish, by the way? We better do that one in Spanish. Yes. You said Emily Dickinson, but like, can you give me a title of a poem, please? That would be so helpful. Don't make me pick it. Okay. Let's see. Truth and Strategies? Oh, by Neruda? No? Or wait a minute. Is that by Neruda? Did I do that one right? Truth and Strategies. You know who wrote that? I'm not sure who that one is. I'm getting... Walks in Beauty. Seems to be a popular one. Yeah. Lord Byron. Lord Byron. Alright. That one's in the queue. What else? Ooh, W.H. Auden. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Excellent choice. Another English poet. What else? Start where you stand. Start where you stand. Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself in that one. Start where you stand. Burton Braley. Burton Braley. I haven't done his Do It Now one. That one, I love that one. Might do that one actually afterwards. Let's see. Who's the one that requested Truth and Strategies? Did you find out who the writer of that one is? S'il vous plaît. One from the Red Book? I don't have the Red Book today. Sorry. It's in the office. It's in the office. Hope by Emily Dickinson. Isn't Emily a... I mean, not Emily Dickinson, but isn't the name Emily pretty? I used to date somebody that was named Emily. She was so pretty. She was so amazing. She was fun. What the heck, man? God. Dang it. What else we got? Oh, Tactics and Strategies by Benedetti. Okay, see? Now you're talking my language. Now you're talking my language. Muliere. Now you're talking my language, man. Benedetti. I'm definitely gonna do that one in Spanish and English as well. Mi táctica. Me likey that one. You guys like that English? Me likey. All right. Okay. I know for a fact that there's somebody in here that's from the Philippines. So you, young lady, need to request a poem from the Philippines. Yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking to. So I need you to give me the name of a Filipino poet, and I want to read that poem on this broadcast. By the way, I know you're sort of new to this show. On Sunday nights, it's a request line. So this is your opportunity to show off your culture, all right? Your heritage, your nationality. So give me a Filipino poet. You know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, seriously, I'm not kidding. I know you're listening to this right now, so I'm not gonna be sitting here looking pretty. and knowing that there is a Filipino here and you don't want me to read a Filipino poem. I want to read a Filipino poem. You got it? All right. You do that while I write down these other ones. All right. By the way, did I miss any? Moderators, can you double check if I missed anything in here? So far, I have. By the way, I'm gonna switch songs real quick. There we go. All right. So far, I have "If You Forget Me," English and Spanish, followed by Lord Byron's "She Walks in Beauty," as well as "If I Could Tell You" by W.H. Auden, and Start Where You Stand, Burton Braley, and Hope by Emily Dickinson, as well as Mario Benedetti, Tácticas y Estrategias. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Guys, it's such a great night. Look, it's such a beautiful background here. I got a nice sweater on, you know, I got a nice little tan going on. This is a good night for some poetry, you know. We got some good, you know, soundtrack vibes going on, you know. So it should be a nice night, right? By the way, thank you so much for being here. I know you could have done so many other things. So hopefully you will be entertained. Are you entertained? Are you entertained? Yes. Good. Wonderful. Be entertained with wholesomeness. Things that are good for your heart. Feed your soul with some wonderful messages. Alright? So, oh my goodness. Are you serious? You're not gonna request a... Oh man, never mind. Okay. That's it. Good night, everybody. I'm done. Do you want me to pick a Filipino poem for you? Come on. Do I have to be proud of your heritage? I'm not even from there, okay? I was born in Thailand. Shame. Oh, thank you. That's nice of you. Thanks, Lisa. It's lovely. All right. Let's see what the... Okay. Choose one? Boo. Why don't you be ladies and choose for yourselves? Fine. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if I can do this one. We'll see. I'm gonna butcher this one so bad. So okay, I'm gonna do one in Filipino by Jose Corazon de Jesus. By the way, those of you who are wondering why that sounds like a Spanish name, because Philippines used to be a Spanish colony, so there's a lot of Spanish heritage, and so a lot of Filipinos actually have Spanish names. So this one is this one's actually titled Kumay ning Birhen? Kumay ning Biren. I'm not gonna do it. Mapuputing kamay malatsutla lambot kung hinaway. Okay, I'm gonna say that for later, and then I'll do the English translation of that one. Oh man, I'm gonna feel the pressure tonight. You're welcome. All right. You guys ready? Okay, just give me a few minutes while I try to figure out a soundtrack. I do like this, but not for the ones that you guys picked tonight. So, let's see.
Hi, I'm Olivia Gia.
I like these, but let me see. See, y'all, this is what happens when we do improvs. Even though I do like improv nights, or I'm sorry, request line nights, I also have such a hard time, like, because I'm so meticulous about like the soundtracks, man. Like, I make my students like take hours to pick the right track for their productions. So this is the reason why. All right. Okay. I think. Wait. If you get me, she walks in beauty. I could tell you, start where you stand. Start where you stand. Alright, we're just gonna try it out. Alright, I think we're just gonna go with my buddy. Actually, he's not really my buddy, but he's definitely a great guy. His name is Scott Buckley. He's an Aussie young man and super talented. He's a compositionist and just an amazing songwriter, really. Super talented, and he is very generous with giving me permission to use some of his tracks here. So I definitely want to promote this gentleman. His name is Scott Buckley. And okay, so let's see what happens. We're gonna start with Neruda, followed by actually, we're gonna do the Spanish first, followed by the English translation. So, are you ready? Excellent. Here we go. Que sepas una cosa. Tú sabes cómo es esto. Si miro la luna de cristal y la rama roja del lento otoño de mi ventana, y si toco junto al fuego la impalpable ceniza o el arrugado cuerpo de la leña, todo me lleva a ti, como si todo lo que existe, aromas, luz, metales, fueran pequeños barcos que navegan hacia las islas tuyas que me aguardan. Ahora bien, si poco a poco dejas de quererme, dejaré de quererte. poco a poco. Si de pronto me olvidas, no me busques, que ya te habré olvidado. Y si consideras largo y loco el viento de banderas que pasa por mi vida y te decides de dejarme a la orilla del corazón en que tengo raíces, piensa que en ese día, a esa hora, levantaré los brazos y saldrán mis raíces a buscar otra tierra. Pero si poco a poco, si cada día, cada hora, sientes que a mí estás destinada con dulzura implacable, si cada día sube una flor a tus labios a buscarme, ay, amor mío, ay mía, en mí todo ese fuego se repite, en mí nada se apaga ni se olvida, mi amor se nutre de tu amor, amada, y mientras vivas, estarás en tus brazos, sin salir de los míos. Si tú me olvidas, ¿me entendiste? Oh, yes, sir. So nice. So nice. All right, you guys ready for the English one? Here we go. If You Forget Me by Pablo Neruda. I want you to know one thing. You know how this is. If I look at the crystal moon, at the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I touch near the fire the impalpable ash, or the wrinkled body of the log, everything carries me to you, as if everything that exists, aromas, light, metals, were little boats that sail towards those isles of yours that wait for me. Well, now, if little by little you stop loving me, I shall stop loving you. Little by little. And if suddenly you forget me, do not look for me, for I shall have already forgotten you. And if you think it long and mad, the wind of banners that passes through my life, and you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, remember that on that day, at that hour, I shall lift my arms and my roots will set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you are destined for me with implacable sweetness, and if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, ah, my love, my own, is repeated, and in me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved, and as long as you live, it will be in your arms, without leaving mine. If You Forget Me by Pablo Neruda. So nice. Did you guys like that? Thank you so much for requesting that one. That one's definitely one of the best ever. One of the best ever. That's right, I said ever. So good. Well done. Are you ready for some George Gordon, also known as Lord Byron? Alright, we shall select another track by Mr. Scott Buckley. I'm not sure if this one will work. Let's see. Let's do this one. In beauty, and like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, and one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tree's tress, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express, and how pure and how dear their dwelling place, and on that cheek and over that brow, so soft and so calm and yet eloquent, and the smiles that win and the tints that glow, and the tell of days and goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. Again, for the tender-hearted, this is for you, by Lord Byron. Heed these words once more. She walks in beauty, and like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet her in aspect and her eyes, and thus mellowed to that tender light in which heaven to gaudy day denies, and one shade the more and one ray the less had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens over her face, with thoughts serenely sweet express. How pure and how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek, and o'er that brow, so soft and so calm, yet eloquent, that smiles that win, and the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent, innocent, innocent. 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 Come, starry night. Come, winds of pain. Come, memories. And the crashing waves. Devour every sentiment I bring. You shall not take them from me, for I offer it to you. And take all the kisses that I did not make, and bring forth every tear I would have cried. For this moment, love, I bestow for that woman in my dreams is here with me, and nothing will depart, nor separate her from my arms. She sleeps here with me. In tune to mine forever. Snap out of it. All right, all y'all go get some water, go get a shower, whatever you need to do to distract yourselves, all right? By the way, thank you so much for requesting that poem by Lord Byron. She Walks in Beauty. So nice, isn't it? So nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think, yes, you are correct. I told you, man, I have, look, not a lot of guys will admit this, okay? But I have no shame because it's really not a big deal. But I truly have man crushes on like a lot of these compositionists that you're listening to, like for real. I mean, you guys know who my number one is, right? Scott Buckley is definitely up there. Like, he's like in top 5. Okay, I don't know what ranking just yet, but he doesn't. Oh man, you know what? It doesn't matter. Scott Buckley, if you listen to this, listen, man. Mad respect to you. You are amazing, and absolutely, just I desire to just sit in your creative room, watch you create music, and all I want to do is write a poem while you create a music, right? Anyway, super talented guys. So yeah, I love these guys, man. These guys are amazing. You know, absolute dream come true if I could ever like do that one day. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, good stuff. Okay. Are you ready for W.H. Auden? Auden? By the way, his first name is Wyston. It's either Wyston or Wyston. Wyston or Wyston. Something like that. Anyway. So, and I always say his last name like if it was French, you know, Auden, right? But I think it's Auden. But I like Auden, you know, it's a little bit more accentuated. I like it. Anyway, W.H. Auden. This is titled, If I Could Tell You. Are you ready? All right, let's do this. Say nothing, but I told you so. Time only knows the price we have to pay. And if I could tell you, I would let you know. If we should weep when clowns put on their show, and we should stumble when musicians play, time will say nothing, but I told you so. There are no fortunes to be told. And although, because I love you more than I can say, if I could tell you, I would let you know. The winds must come from somewhere when they blow, and there must be reasons why the leaves decay. Time will say nothing, but I told you so. And perhaps the roses really want to grow, and the vision seriously intends to stay. And if I could tell you, I would let you know. Suppose all the lions get up and go, and all the books and soldiers run away. Since I did one of those finger snaps. Oh man, that was so hot. I love that one, man. That one's definitely one on the podcast. I mean, on Spotify, I mean. Ooh. I should just drop the mic, which I'm not going to, but I should just end the show tonight, guys. Seriously, I don't think it can get better than what just happened. W.H. Auden just wrote this amazing piece here. I just got drowned in his words. I metaphorically got drowned in his words, man. And I was like loving it, you know? I honestly, I did not want to, like, this is going to sound horrible, but I did not want to come up for air. I really didn't, man. I wanted to, like, just be drowned in it. Dang, man. This is so good. I love this poem. I'm going to read this one, like, sometime this week again. Again, big shout out to Scott Buckley and his amazing soundtrack in the back. And this one that you're hearing right now is one of my favorite from him, by the way. I'm definitely going to get into the next one with this reading. Did you guys enjoy that, by the way? It's so good. Welcome to all of you that are listening from the West Coast, by the way. I miss you. I hope you guys are doing well. And, well, I hope you enjoy the show. This is Request Line Sunday. Welcome. You just missed an amazing reading by W.H. Auden titled, If I Could Tell You, woman, how much I desire you. I would. If I could show you how much and how many thoughts I've had of you. I could. And if I could bestow the kindest words in the entire world for you, I could tell you. My darling, my blood, my love. This is too much. This is too much. Why'd you guys pick these poems? Just kidding. Oh man. You guys ready for this one? This next one is by Burton Braley. He's from Wisconsin. And he wrote a poem called Start Where You Stand. And I gotta start this again. You guys ready? Welcome to the J. Roland Speaks podcast. Drink your water. Spread good messages. Have good conversations. Be honorable. Be intentional. Be responsible. And listen to these words. Start where you stand and never mind the past. The past won't help you in beginning new. And if you have left it all behind at last, why, that's enough. You're done with it. You're through. And this is another book in the chapter. Another chapter in the book. This is is another race that you have planned, and do not give the vanished days a backward look. Start where you stand. And the world won't care about your old defeats. And if you can start anew and win success, the future is your time, and time is fleet, and there is much of work and strain and stress, and forget the buried woes and dead despairs, and here is a brand new trial right at hand, and the future is for him who does and dares start where you stand. Failures will not halt, and old triumphs aid. And today's the thing, and tomorrow soon will be. Get in the fight and face it unafraid. The past to ancient history, and what has been, and yesterday is dead, and by it you are neither blessed nor banned. Take courage, man, and be brave and drive ahead. Start where you start where you stand. That was Start Where You Stand by Burton Braley. Again, that amazing soundtrack you just learned, that you just listened to, was by Scott Buckley. And this poem, of course, is just as amazing. Burton Braley, the Wisconsinian. Start Where You Stand. So good, so nice, so wonderful, so beautiful, so motivating. Guys, start where you stand. Today's the thing, and tomorrow soon will be. Get in the fight and face it unafraid, and leave the past to ancient history. Why are you dwelling in the past? You really want to dwell? Okay, look, your memory is a beautiful thing, and it's meant to house a storage treasure place. This is how an ancient Greek philosopher once referred to it. A treasure place. What are you storing in your treasure place? Treasure is supposed to be precious. It can be filled with gold, it can be filled with diamonds, it can be filled with some other precious stone. So use that treasure place and store beautiful memories. Even if it's about someone that you're no longer with. Because whether you like it or not, you will have some memories of them. And I know there was at least one moment that was so wonderful. And it may make you sad sometimes. But see, these memories are meant to remind you of what you did. The things that you were so sweet and kind and thoughtful about. You know, remember that story I shared at the beginning of this live about this person that I met recently? Even if it didn't work out, I know that she will have a long-lasting memory of me. I know it. Because it was a beautiful memory. Sweet words, sweet conversations, a sweet place, a sweet evening. And even if we're not meant to be, at least we have that memory. You know what I mean? So, storage place, treasure place. Okay? Remember that. And by the way, this track that you're listening to right now is just as hot. So we gotta keep the momentum here, y'all. Gotta keep the momentum here. Alright? Oh man. I thought we couldn't get better, but that one was not too bad. Alright? Next is Emily Dickinson with her poem Hope. Are you ready? Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm. The little bird that kept so many warm. And I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea. Yet never in extremity. I think I picked the wrong night to do these. I have to go to bed soon. I'm so wired right now. Dang. See? Now you understand why I have a man crush? Oh man, and the next one's even better. It's Mario Benedetti. Guys, prepare yourselves for this next one. Okay, look. If you don't know who Mario Benedetti is, he is a sensational Uruguayan poet. I'm gonna read it in Spanish first, followed by the English one. But I'm telling you, your life is not gonna be the same. I'm serious, man. It's gonna be like altered just a little bit. Alright? Mario Benedetti. Scott Buckley. I was gonna say something horrible here. Okay, look. If Mario Benedetti was a woman, and Scott Buckley is Scott Buckley, I would be their child. I wonder if the Benedettis would appreciate that, you know, or even the Buckleys. I don't know. I think I'm a good guy, right? Oh man! All right, let's do this, y'all. I gotta hydrate for this one because this is just gonna like take so much energy right now. Oh my goodness! Are you guys ready? All right, y'all. Prepare yourselves. Let me rewind the track real quick. Actually, you know what? Let me see if... Okay, no, not that one. Wait. Wait. No. Okay, wait. Okay. We'll do that one. All right, here we go, guys. Alright, so here comes Mario Benedetti's Tácticas y Estrategias. Spanish first, followed by the English translation. Alright? Mi táctica es mirarte, aprender cómo sos, quererte como sos, mi táctica es hablarte y escucharte, construir con palabras un puente indestructible. Y mi táctica es quedarme en tu recuerdo. Y no sé cómo, ni sé con qué pretexto, pero quedarme en vos. Y mi táctica es ser franco y saber que sos franca. Y que no nos vendamos simulacros para que entre los dos no haya telón. Ni abismos. Y mi estrategia es, en cambio, más profunda y más simple. Mi estrategia es que un día cualquiera no sé Ni sé con qué pretexto. Por fin me necesites. Táctica y estrategia. Por Mario Benedetti. Táctica y estrategia. What you guys think of that one? ¿Te gustó? ¿Sí? Bravo. Gracias, muchas gracias. Guys, I cannot wait to read the English translation. Are you ready? Those of you who are new to this live right now, do not go anywhere. Listen to this. For heaven's sake, listen to this. And also for your sake. Listen to this. Those of you who think that chivalry is not existing anymore, that's not true. There are men that feel these words. And when they speak eloquence to you, you know, deep down you know, there is a genuineness about them, an honorable tactic, a strategy that goes beyond reason, and you almost won't believe it, but it is there. It's nestled here. And so, with fervent honor, here is Mario Benedetti's tactics and strategies. Is to look at you. To learn how you are. Love you as you are. My tactic is to talk to you and listen to you. Construct with words an indestructible bridge. My tactic is to stay in your memory. I don't know how, nor with what pretext, but to stay within you. And my tactic is to be honest, and know you are too, and that we don't sell each other illusions, so that between us there is no curtain or abyss. My strategy instead is deeper and simpler. My strategy is that someday I don't know how, next, that you finally need me. My darling love. Tactics and Strategy by Mario Benedetti. Did you like it? Oh, I love that one. I love it. It's like chocolate for me. My goodness. Wow. Mario Benedetti. Thank you so much, by the way. Whoever requested that, thank you so much. You definitely hit the spot for me. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it so much. My goodness. Whew. I mean, again, another... Tonight is like fire, y'all. Like, seriously, tonight is fire because we just did like 4 actually. Or 3? Was it 3 or 4? I can't remember. I honestly thought that 3 poems ago, we couldn't get any better. And then that one was basically just overshadowed by the next, right? And this one was also good. Oh man, chocolate. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do a Filipino one, and now I'm gonna bring us back to reality now. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll see what we can do. Okay. So, to all my Filipino friends out there, I just want to apologize. I will do my best to honor your language. Obviously, I've not practiced this before, so it's not going to sound great. But I'll do the English translation right after, y'all. So, this one... Oh man, I don't know if I can do this. Okay, so this is by Jose Corazon de Jesus. And yes, it's a Spanish sounding name, but he is a Filipino. And he wrote a poem called Kumaineng Berin. Berin, which means hands of a virgin. Are you ready? Oh my goodness. See, I need to prep this, man. Like, I really don't like doing presentations that are like half done, if you know what I mean. So that's why I need to apologize to all my Filipino friends, because I know I'm not gonna. This is terrible, man. But that's because I needed to practice. That's all. But I absolutely love how it sounds, right? So that's why I want you to feel honored, right? I want you to feel that your language is truly beautiful, because it is. It's very pretty. So, mapuputing kamay, malasutla lambot, kung hinawa hawi mo itong aking buhok. Anang lahat ning aking dalita sa loob ay nalilimot kunang lubos na lubos. Aparang bulakak na nabuka aning iyong daliring talulot ng ganda kung nasalalat ko o butihing sinta parang ang bulakyak kahalikan no kona kamay na mambait may bulak sa lambot may puyo na sa gitna, paglikom sa loob, makakanig ng kamay na parang may gamot. Isang dang sugat na bura sa aplos. Parang mang ibong maputi, mabait na nakakatulog sa tapat ng dip. Ito ya bumubuka sa isa kong alik sa aking spisniyaki at napakatamis. Anig sabi sa kwento ang kumain Bertin napapatbait ang kahit salarin ako ay masama nang ikaw ay igiliwin ay nakapukapait ng iyong absolusin. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I'll get better at it. I'll practice, I promise. Dang it. Oh man. Anyway, to all my Filipino friends, I hope you enjoyed it somehow. Oh my goodness. So sorry. Alright, so this is the English translation, y'all. This is Hands of a Virgin by José Corazón de Jesús. And fair hands, both soft and silk-like, and whenever you touch my hair, all the doubts that I keep inside are all completely forgotten. And like a blooming flower, your fingers are petals of beauty that whenever I touch, oh fair darling, is like kissing the rose itself. And kind hands with softness of cotton, with a swirl at the center of that gathers inside. Beautiful hands that seem to have the cure, with a simple touch heals 100 wounds. Similar to gentle white birds that could sleep at their chests with a single kiss of mine. It begins to open, and my cheeks, it feels so sweet. And as the story goes, the hands of a virgin are gentle and without fault. Very kind when touched by you. Filipinos can write, y'all. Well, technically, José Corazón de Jesús can write. Do you guys like that? Wow. I like that last line. That last line was so nice. I who am not adequate when adored by you becomes very kind when touched by you. Or becomes very, I guess, adequate, right? When touched by you. Like, I who am not soft when I adored you become very soft when touched by you. I think that's how it should be translated. Anyway. So nice. And And this was not requested by my Filipino friends. Look at this. Anyway. Wow, I think we hit it all, guys. Well done. Well done. Another great night of some wonderful poems tonight. Great selections, by the way. Congratulations, y'all. You guys did an amazing job tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so humbled and so tickled that you guys are here. Seriously, like I know I sound repetitive at this point, but I truly love doing these shows, you know? And I absolutely love my day job, by the way. I love it, okay? And I can never depart from it. But I feel like this is a second best. And I hope that, the Heavenly Father continues to use me for His glory, and I can continue doing this until my very last day, right? Whatever that looks like. In many ways, I actually do these as a sort of diary so that my own boy and any, Lord willing, future children can see that I partly did this for them as well. So they can see how genuine love looks like, what it sounds like. Maybe even what it feels like. Because there is an honorable way of pursuit, of pursuing a woman, pursuing a man. We need great men just as much as we need great women. And really, this podcast, I started it out to defend good men. And I am honored that there are many of you that are women that listen to this. But again, we need to nurture good men out there. Be good to good men. Truly. I know that sounds a little like kind of like a generic statement, but it's true. Truly be good to good men. Doesn't mean you have to date them, but if you feel like you're not adequate for them, then don't anchor these men down. Don't belittle them. Don't stereotype them. Don't be suspicious of them. Don't make them feel like they did something wrong. Because good men will always strive for honor in their life, because they serve and know their worth comes from someone far greater than what any human being can ever offer. And so many of them just choose wisdom. Doesn't mean they're not capable of love, but their form of manifesting love is done through grace, kindness, patience, forgiveness, steadfast, everlasting love, and ultimately a resting, peaceful heart. So, if there is a man listening to this right now, and you feel like you cannot attain those qualities, it's not true, man. Do not give in to how the world portrays you sometimes, and do not react to some people may stereotype you. Instead, use that motivation to seek truth in your life. Learn what it means to submit to the Lord. Be disciplined by His grace to you. Learn from it. Learn to acquire wisdom. Learn to manifest good discernment. And your heart will naturally take shape. And then you'll know what you're really worth. And a great woman will want to be next to your great heart. Guarantee it. So, to my young boy, did you know that I've always loved you before you were born? I used to sing to you. I used to talk to you when you were in your beautiful mother's womb. And I remember the day that you were birthed. You were restless. So much light stimulating the coldness of the room. Overwhelming sensations. And while they were measuring you and weighing you, I came over and said your name. And your cries halted. And I knew. You knew who I was. And I loved you ever since. And always will. Wait to see your beautiful wife. Good night, everybody. Almost forgot. Make sure you all go to Spotify. If you like what you just saw tonight, you're gonna love what's gonna happen on Spotify. If you don't have the app, just download it. Look for my show. It's called Jay Roland Speaks. And that's it. Thank you again to all my supporters. Thank you for making this happen. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And we'll do this again soon. Bye, everybody. see what funny comments you have tonight. Adiós, hasta mañana. Gracias por estar aquí. Nos vemos en la próxima. Nos vemos en la próxima si Dios quiere. Solamente si Dios quiere. Almost forgot something. Alright, I actually forgot this. I genuinely forgot this. This is not going to be part of the podcast. But one of my followers suggested that I do another Q&A night. And so, I mean, I can spare another 15 minutes before I really have to go. Maybe less, 10 minutes or so. So if you guys would like to ask questions and I am able to answer them, I would be happy to do that right now. So whatever questions you have, you can ask them now. And those of you who are new to the show, it's not because I don't care about people's questions. I just get so immersed, as you guys may have witnessed earlier tonight. I get so immersed in these readings that I really don't look at the screen. Like, I don't look like what you guys are asking and stuff. So it's not because I don't care. It's just I just get so immersed in the reading. So, but we can do that right now. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask right now if you like. If not, then I can go to bed. So, what is my ancestry heritage? My heritage is mostly from South America. I have some Brazilian relatives, but most of them are from the southern part of South America. So that's my ancestry. But I was born overseas and I grew up in the Middle East, different parts of the Middle East. So as much as I like to claim my nationality, my home nationality, I didn't grow up in South America most of my life. I did live there, but I didn't really grow up there, you know? So it's kind of hard to pinpoint a particular place. So I've been living in the States now for a long time, so I think I've adapted pretty well, you know? So I feel very American actually right now. So at least my cousins make me feel like I'm a gringo now, right? Which is fine by me. But anyway, yeah. So thank you for your question. Anything else, guys? We good? Do I have pets? You have 10 rescue dogs and 2 cats. Wow, that's a lot. Kudos to you. How the heck do you do that? I have one dog. She is 11 years old. And she is a great dog. Definitely a great dog. But she's a handful. I don't know how you can do 11 or what did you, I don't know how many, 10? I used to have 2 cats a long time ago, but my son's mother has them, so, which is fine by me too. Because I don't like cats. I'm sorry, but I don't. I'm definitely a dog guy. So I bet it's definitely a full-time job. Wow. I don't know how you do that. I mean, as much as I love my dog, I have to admit, sometimes it's a little bit of a hassle because, you know, I'm a single guy, so like I go to visit places and meet people, and so, you know, I feel kind of bad for her, you know. I mean, I have a huge backyard, like huge, and so she loves the outdoors, absolutely loves it. In fact, she puts a pouty face every time I want, you know, force her to come in the house at night. So she, like, you know, she chills in the house for like maybe an hour, but then she like looks at me whenever, especially when I'm going to bed, like, and she's wagging her tail, right? It's like waiting for me to open the back door so that she can, you know, basically hang out outside. So definitely spoiled, but yeah. So yeah, she's definitely an outdoor dog. She's a good dog. Been with me 11 years, so yeah. I've already decided that after her, I'm not getting any more pets. At least not as a single guy. You know, if I marry somebody that has pets, then that's fine. But I'm not getting more pets. She'll be my last. Yeah. So there you go. Are we done? Yes. You can tell when I escape. Where's the escape button? By the way, this composer that you're listening to, he's another young Christian artist, compositionist, actually, songwriter. His name is Dan Musselman. Very talented guy. Anything else? Good. Going once. Going twice. Wow. Excellent. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll try to do this again on Tuesday night, and we'll take it from there. But in the event I don't see you, E-Tone wants you to rest. What does that mean? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry about your Jack Russell. Oh, thank you. And by the way, I'm sorry about your dog. Yeah. Yeah, I've already decided that after my dog, I don't want to replace her, you know? I don't want to feel like I can just replace. That doesn't sound normal to me. So I'd rather not have any more, you know? She's been a good dog, and I'm not going to replace her with anything else. So, yeah. So, she's living her life right now. Loving it. So, you know what? That reminds me. Just to show you how sweet she is, and also how sweet she has it, right? Like her life. I'll come home after work and she like sits like next to the gate, and it's like it's like almost like a see-through gate, you know? I mean, it's protected, but I mean, you can see like in between. And she knows when I'm coming, and she like sit there, you know, like, and especially when I park like in the driveway, and then she looks and starts wagging her tail, and she's so patient too. She's so patient, you know. And sometimes I just sit in the car, you know, because I know that she wants me to take her out. So I just sit in the car, like getting all the stuff in. Because like I want to get out of the car and like, you know, I want to like quickly hurry up so I can take her out, you know. And so I pack all the stuff that I need to take. I stuff it all into the backpack and everything, and then I get out, and then I close the door, and I don't say her name, just so that she knows that, like, she can think that I'm not recognizing her, you know what I mean? And as soon as I lock the door, then as I'm about to, like, go to my front door, then I say her name, and then she, like, runs, like, to the back door, like, and and she's so sweet, because then, like, I don't want her to bark, so I trained her not to bark until, like, it's something really suspicious, right? So then I know something is not right. But I can tell she's like, you know, like, she wants to, like, totally, like, bark, like a good one, you know, a good bark, a happy bark. And, like, I'm putting all this, I'm putting all the stuff down, and then just basically changing clothes, you know, hydrating, all these things. And then I open the door, and then she's like, just sits there, and I'm wagging her tail, it's going crazy, you know. But she's like very, very patient, you know. She stays there, and then I crack open the door, and then I let her loose, right? And then she's like just running everywhere, like, just being a dog, you know. And you know, obviously I bring her food, and then replenish her water supply and all these things, and then let her eat for a little bit, and I check my garden, all these things, and all, you know, do some tidying up. And then when she's done, then she'll, like, run towards me and let me know that she's done, you know. And then I get the leash, and then we go out, and I take her to a dog park, which is not too far from here. And she's, like, loving it, man. Like, she's, like, absolutely wanting to go to the park and hang out with the other neighborhood dogs, and plays around, like, just, mind you, she's 11 years old, so she's still got that energy, you know. And then after she's all worn out, then she'll come sit next to me, let me know that she's done, and then we'll walk back. But we take a different route before we go back home. So there's this man-made pond next to the dog park, and it's an absolute treat for her to go to this pond, you know. And so she'll always wants to go to the pond, and some days I don't take her, because here's the reason why. So when I take her to the pond, I always have, like, an extra leash, like a longer leash, and then I tie it because, you know, because of the leash laws and all that stuff. Anyway, so I bring an extra longer one, and we go to the pond, and this girl will absolutely jump inside that pond, and just, like, literally, like, she's like barely breathing. She's like, I can't even do the sound effect, but it's so cute because she loves it. She loves swimming in it, you know, and she'll, like, twirl around in it. Like, her entire body, except for the top of her head, is, like, wet, soaking wet, you know. And I'm just like, ugh. But at the same time, she loves it, right? And I love seeing her like that. And then, you know, she'll, like, swim in, do these circles, you know, and she'll, like, go out as far as possible. Like, if I let her without the leash, she would, like, swim across it and then swim back. But I can't do that in the city where I live in. So anyway, she swims around, gets all soaked, and then she'll come back out and, you know, just dry off, and she's loving it, man. She absolutely loves that. And then she's like kind of like prancing as we walk back, and it's almost like she's proud that she got, you know, she's all soaking wet, right? So we walk back, and she's just, and you can tell she's like, she's got her fill of the day, you know, and like, and then come back home, dry her off. Sometimes I'll give her a shower, sometimes I don't. She loves it when I don't, actually, which I find it interesting. Like, she loves getting the water, but she doesn't like getting baths. Go figure, man, you know? And by the way, she's a girl, right? So sorry. Anyway, very complex form of thinking there, but nah, she's a good dog. And then she'll finish the rest of her food, and yeah, and then she's just kind of done for the night and just hangs out. Yeah. So there you go. She is a Border Collie Shepherd mix. Alright guys, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you for the questions, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, Tuesday. Alright, take care everybody. Hasta mañana.